Hi there, Joseph Kursky here to chat with you a little bit about some of the things that are happening in GIS, in the GIS community, in the GIS world right now, and how it impacts education specifically. Well, one of the things that I think is you can think of two wheels, and there are converging forces that are sort of spokes on the wheels. One of the wheels is, I see, as follows: the convergence of open data, spatial data, maps, imagery, mapping services, also ArcGIS Online, and a great example of GIS in the cloud. Also, people using social media and ways to collaborate digitally and virtually with colleagues, researchers, etc. around the globe. Also, kind of on a related note, using citizen science and volunteer geographic information, both consuming that data, and also I can contribute data up to the cloud. I can actually contribute my own data on invasive weeds or litter in my community or historical buildings or pH in streams or whatever. And also the general public's rising awareness and use of geospatial technologies on their smartphones, in their cars, on hikes, on the computer, on the tablet, whatever. All of these things are combining to encourage GIS in education. The other one, though, is more of an educational wheel with spokes, and those forces are as follows: science, technology, engineering, and math, or STEM education. This is becoming more and more prominent, and that's certainly helping nudge the community, the educational community, forward in terms of GIS, because GIS has always been about interdisciplinary education, and that's what STEM represents. Also, the emphasis on careers. How can I get a job with this? How can I teach my students real career skills, 21st century skills, so that they can be employed in meaningful work? Also, some research that has come out, for example, the Learning to Think Spatially report from the National Academy of Sciences, and the more recent NSF-funded geoliteracy project. So why is geoliteracy important, and what is geoliteracy in the first place? Also, continued emphasis on we need more outdoor education for our students, so that's spurring the whole combination of GPS, GIS, and remote sensing in the classroom and beyond. And also the continued emphasis on inquiry-based, problem-based learning to enhance knowledge and skills. So I think all of these things, the educational wheel that I just talked about, and the more social and technological wheel that I talked about first, I think combining those is really what's making now the most exciting time that I have seen in the last 20 years in terms of the real potential for GIS and education to just go into the stratosphere. In other words, make a huge impact. We've had some impact so far, but make a huge impact on education and society. So students will really gain the key skills that they need to grapple with pressing problems of our time. Global climate change, population, migration, political instability, natural hazards, water quality and availability, coastal erosion, sustainable agriculture, sustainable tourism, things like that. So I'm just kind of inspired because I'm just right here coming out of the ESRI, the ESRI International User Conference, and thinking about these things here in 2012 and beyond. So I would say if you're not involved with GIS and education and spatial analysis, get involved. It's a perfect time to do it. It's a perfect time to get involved.